against, for example, nations like Suebi, then they would go against me and fight me. But even if I start a war against Suebi, that would increase my relationships with Romans, and the Romans would still have to fight Suebi that are in Mons Regius region, the province of Sarmatia. You see, if I start a war against Suebi, which is the enemy of Rome, that would make things a little bit better. Besides, it would make things even better for me with Bactria. I could ask them.
Greetings in the name of Hermes. Speak, but do not deceive with tricky rhetoric, false logic, or cloying pathos.
Wow. You see, they're very, very unhappy with us due to the fact that we have treaties with Syracuse. We have fought Parthia for a long time. That's minus 42 only from Parthia alone. And then there's expansionism and cultural aversion. If we attack Suebi and fight Suebi, maybe that would increase our relationship by a little bit. And I see that Suebi, they're not really that big of a deal. We could just march forward, fight them. And so that's what I'm going to go for. I'm going to take one of my garrison armies,
Your next command?
and I'm going to march those armies north. Look at that. That's another Suebi force. And for this, I'm going to set another army in a position to fight Suebi. It looks like I may not be able to deal with them just yet, very quickly, but I'll be able to deal with them soon enough, no doubts about that. I should march forward to Alabu, or better, I'll just stay here close to the Atunas slayers, and I'll just make sure they understand that it's over and you left the game. A war is coming with all its glory and all its horror. There's nothing that's going to save them. I have in total 4 armies garrisoning this area. 2 in the north are one of the weaker types, one of the early types, and 2 in the south are one of these better type ones. Then there's one in the North Africa. That's one of the early ones too, which isn't good. I may need to upgrade them, but I'm going to do that a little bit later. I like those armies there. I would like them to be eradicated if those armies are unable to fight effectively. Now, unfortunately for me, I just can't catch these. So I'm gonna double time myself too and position myself there. Besides, I move more of my navies out just in case I can't catch them. I would like to catch them. Besides, I suspect I can leave the settlement, and I was able to leave it. That means I'll march on Pura. This engagement is a little more serious, but it's certainly a clear victory for us. I'm going to raise the settlement. The Imperium has increased. We can establish additional 2 armies now. That will put things where they ought to be. Bam is our mine. Done. Parthe is losing ground. They're losing ground for a long time now.
Thirsty for battle.
And it does not look like there was much that they could work with. The entire province has been secured. And it will stay secured. Look at that. They're marching around. So I have to go back into the city.
How can I assist to work then?
Let's spy on these territories here.
My path is blocked.
Fine.
In the dark, heading out. That is not possible.
I can see much more now. There are more nations like these
How can I assist?
that are out here. Wasn't aware of Parthawa. They probably got off from Parthia. Even their flag looks very similar. In any case, it looks like we have completely secured the Far East positions. And I'm sure I'm not at war against this nation right there, but they are hostile. Very hostile.
Be welcome, emissary, if you come in peace. Be fearful if you come with false words, dripping with honeyed lies.
Okay. In any case, it looks like we can't trade just yet. And they're certainly not very happy about our presence on their land.
Ready for battle.
The battle will soon take place here.
Thirsty for battle.
I'm going to march an army south to support.
You have further orders? Attack!
This will make sure that things are gonna go my way. Now I'm going to make sure that all the buildings that need to be built are being constructed. Okay, that's another military capital just under. It's good that I've ordered the build-up there. As you can see, there were quite a few buildings that needed some kind of a fix. And now in Cyrene, a new force will be raised. Only other chiefs can be used for this. And so this new force is going to consist of 4 cavalry brigades and the rest infantry. With these forces, we should certainly be able to prevail against Parthia that has been defeated.
Finding shelter.
In many battles due to our
How can I assist you? I will walk the old tracks.
numerical superiority in most of these cases. However, as you can see, they do hold armies. It's just that these armies are not that big of a deal anymore. It looks to me that everybody have moved. I like to see that. We can check the navies here, and it looks like these navies are disintegrating. An edict can be issued. I would like to issue edicts in my home territories, because these edicts actually give benefits. Let's go with something else. Right there. I'll increase growth. That should make people happy.
The gods show their displeasure at our association. They can be calmed with gold, I think.
Bactria, I like your decision to have a non-aggression pact, but I think that this will make my allies unhappy. Allies such as Circus, and I need to keep them together in order for me to avoid the wars on my west. For this reason, I'm going to reject.
Your decision does not please us, but I hope your gods at least look upon it kindly.
I'm sure they do. I haven't seen any armies that Bactria holds there. And so I believe that they won't start unnecessary wars just yet. That's the battle that they have initiated. Together with their garrison, they're selling out, and so I won't be supported by the additional army out there for some reason, even if that army was placed close by the city. But maybe it wasn't just close enough to the steeds of pain. In any case, it's going to be open field battle. And
Enemy reinforcements approaching.
okay, their reinforcements are approaching. I'm moving in as fast as possible. More cavalry would do the thing to its fullest, but I hope that I have just enough for now. Okay, I'll try to target their units here, as many of them as quickly as possible. Yes, yes. Finally, we have engaged them here, and it has gone down now. It's a mess. My troops fall to the ground due to the fact that they're being shot by javelin fire. But all in all, it looks like they can't win either way. And so I'm only left with a charge. I don't like the fact that they have numerous reinforcements showing up. I will need to deal with them now, and this just may prove to be very casualty intensive. As you can see, my soldiers are being shot. I'm sure Romans could take this so much better. I am squeezing them in. Look at that, this is where we're gonna get a rear charge. But it wasn't as devastating as it may seem. Look at that, another charge. This is what we want. Their cavalry to engage more superior units, and so that we could prevail. They're throwing javelins, we're throwing javelins. And like these Iberian swordsmen can do that, they can throw javelins, as you can see, to just a incredible efficiency. So efficient they are, they can take out entire brigades. And I think that this combination right there is going to be the ticket for victory. Another engagement. They're being showered by my javelin infantry. I would say that these Iberian swordsmen are more of a skirmish infantry rather than just swordsmen. What else? Nothing. They are only left with a few brigades, and even those are going to be cut down in no time. They're all retreating now. That's exactly what they like to see. And this will end the battle. A great success. Out of 1,675 they lost 1,419, which is very good for us. It's a decisive victory, and I'm going to kill the captives. Now, with that, their previous invasion has been stopped.
I am told our treasuries lack a sum of...
Other chiefs can certainly lead navies. I like that. I can occupy the settlement, and I will. If the settlement used to belong to me, I'm going to occupy it. More often than not. And look at that. Syracuse is taking advantage of the situation, and behind enemy lines took a few settlements that I was targeting myself. And so that means
Getting on our way. Your next command. Is there nothing else?
I'll have to go without the coast here, without Tyros and Palmyra. As you already know, Syracuse has been really good at doing this, taking coastal settlements in our shared wars. The armies can start moving north.
Is that all?
Let's go.
Move out.
It should be an easy victory for us.
We cannot do that.
Soon we'll have a navy engagement. In here, it looks like my armies can easily march forward.
Ready for battle.
And so I will. These Parthawa can just stay where they are for the time being. If we're not at war against them, it's fine.
Get moving.
But all in all, I like the fact that we can focus on the east there, not the far east. Winter in Europe.
Ready for orders.
No. It looks like a large battle will take place.
You have further orders?
Soon. And another large battle will most likely launch from Susa. We trespassed, but it's fine. I just want to destroy them. As you can see, This army right there is a very experienced one, really. I'm sure that fighting them is not going to be as easy, but they're not going to be supported by their used to be allies. Many cavalry units they would have. Many of these would be throwing projectiles at us. I'm not sure if this is going to be a win or an easy win, because this isn't one of the regular armies. These are the ones that were fighting for quite a bit, and you can see that with their silver chevron experience that they carry. Another battle in the desert. I'm going to retreat with my catapult units. Okay.
We hunger for blood and battle.
I'm going to move my infantry once again quickly.
Enemy reinforcements approaching.
Enemy brought a unit of reinforcements, so that's like a general, I guess. Which is just fine. Wow. Look at that. That's gonna be a charge. No, it wasn't a charge. But they showed up. And I'll start sending my troops after them, and they are undoubtedly be very inclined to make life difficult for my soldiers. Okay. They are very numerous. Okay, I like that so far. I think that this is a proper engagement. I'm even going to send my general unit to get into this, and hopefully it's going to be the victory that I need so much. There's further fighting taking place all over the place, and we are catching some of their cavalry units, as you can see. However, that isn't enough. I should order all of my units to do spacing. That should help me by quite a bit. As you can see, this engagement here is going towards our
Understood. All right.
objective. I'm sending most of the troops to fight their the different ranged cavalry units. If they get engaged, we're probably going to prevail. If they won't, then things are gonna go bad for us. I like just how much damage these javelins are making. It's just beautiful to see. It looks like this was a bloody one. And
Melee fighters ready!
Lusitani nobles! Kill! Kill! Kill!
Scrappers ready! Pull back!
it's awesome. I'm going to pull back a few
Lusitani
brigades that have suffered tremendous losses.
Melee warriors!
Have suffered tremendous losses already.
Warriors withdraw!
My cavalry
Riders advance!
unit right there would certainly lose his general if they stay in this fight for any longer. And I hope that my infantry will be able to make this engagement. It looks like they will. We already thrown our javelins.
Charge home! No quarter!
And they are just shooting at us. Yes, we are pushing them to the wall. Now, what else is out there?
Fearless warriors!
We were getting shot here quite a bit. Too much.
We hunger for blood and battle!
Lusitani nobles!
What else is out here?
Hunger for blood and
These
battle!
need to retreat.
Lusitani nobles!
Back, warriors!
Okay.
Withdraw!
These need to withdraw. There's no other way. I don't want to lose them. If they can
Lusitani nobles!
withdraw,
Warriors, move out!
then they won't be lost. Everybody else, they need to attack a unit of their choice.
Back!
And it looks like there's not many of these kind of left. In fact, there's only one left.
Melee warriors!
And this one still has ammo, which isn't that good.
Ready!
And because it's a general unit, it may just be a little bit too tough. And guess what?
Lusitani
It's already a fight,
We will bleed for us!
and these Lusitani nobles are probably not going to prevail alone on their own. They need support. Support is there.
Lusitani nobles!
Warriors, eager for blood!
And now
Lusitani
we have a much better chance of winning this, and so it's a victory for us. We have made our neighbors very upset that we marched into their territory, but overall things are going my way. This army has almost been defeated completely, but not fully. I'm going to kill the captives. At least the reinforcing army has been wiped out.
Move out! Ready for battle!
I can't get there, but I can get out of there. And this will let me recruit once again.
thirsty for battle!
And the fate in this land is still unclear.
Tribe! Ready for orders! For the tribe!
To go on the road.
Starting out! Ready for orders! We can't do that!
Okay.